All right, our second task for today is to take your frequencies and you are going to graph them in a quadruple bar graph. This is going to be a quadruple bar graph because you are going to graph each option for fruits. You had 4 options for fruits, 4 options for vegetables, 4 for grains, 4 for proteins, 4 for dairy. Well, Mrs. Hook, how are we going to be able to distinguish which option was our number 1 option for fruit? If you look at your key, the very first thing you're probably going to do is to make your key. So if you notice, for my key, I have chosen an orange color here, and I have a solid orange. So 1 bar will be solid orange, 1 bar will be polka dot orange, 1 bar will be diagonal lines orange, and 1 bar will be squiggly lines. So, and notice I am consistent with each color of using that same pattern. So orange will represent my fruits, and I would be consistent as well in that, like, the solid color is your first place option each time. So I would always put your first place option, second place, third place, fourth place. If you wanted to, with your different colors, you could put little 1s, little 2s, little 3s, and little 4s within your bars over here. So you need to make a key, and then you're going to graph. Remember, when we're graphing, we need a title. Please choose a title that works for you. You need to have your x-axis labeled. Please be sure that you have a label down here. And you also need to have a y-axis labeled. Please choose something appropriate for you. And then you will also need to have an interval. Remember, it always starts with 0, and choose an appropriate interval to count by up the side. Remember, the interval needs to be consistent. One other thing to note as you are organizing your graph, we have 4 different fruit options, and if you notice, there are 8 boxes for fruit. That means each bar will be 2 boxes wide. For vegetables, there are also 8 boxes, so each bar will be 2 boxes wide. And I believe if you follow these directions, when you are done, you will have a nice looking quadruple bar graph. And next week, we will make it look very nice and professional with a background color. Also, please remember, each person in your group will make their own graph, and then you will choose a graph that looks the most professional. So by the end of today, if you have 2 people in your group, you should have 2 bar graphs done. We will see you on Monday.